cried the whole night long. Well, I rolled in a tumble, I cried the whole night long. When I woke up this morning, I couldn't tell right from wrong. Howdy folks, by request, 4-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's Rolling and Tumbling by Muddy Waters and a whole slew of other people by request. 4-string cigar box guitar, tuned to open G. That's an A string, tuned down to G. And a D string, tuned normal to D. And a G string tuned normal to G. You know what I'm going to say. Always tune your G string normal. And the first string is a B, tuned normally to B. A string tuned down to G. A D string tuned normal to D. Third string G tuned normal to G. And a second string B tuned normal to B. Acoustic electric. All right, so let's get right to it. There's several ways, obviously, you can do this. Almost every blues song has like 99,012 different ways to play it. But this is how I do it. You want to keep it funky as usual. Well, I like it to be funky. I'm doing lots of choking with this hand. We'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to start out with the 5th fret, barring all the way across. There's 2 ways you can do this. First finger is going to be on the 1st string 6th fret. Third finger is going to be 2 frets up on the 3rd string 7th fret. This is your classic Keith Richards suspended chord. You know, start me up. That's a whole nother ball game. That's the first line of the song. Well, I rolled and I tumbled. Well, I rolled and I tumbled. I cried the whole night long. So you're sliding into that 5th fret if you'd like to. You don't have to, but I'm just kind of going. And I'm sliding in from, say, 3 to 5. Something like that. And you're just going to do it backwards. So it's 1st finger down, and then you're going to put your 2nd finger on the 1st string 6th fret, and your 3rd finger is going to be on the 3rd string 7th. Then you take them back off again. There's 2 ways to do this. 1st finger is on the 1st string 6th fret, and my 2nd finger, and my 3rd finger is going to be 1 fret above that on the 2nd fret. So I'm on the 2nd string. So I've got the 1st finger barred on 5, 2nd finger is going to be on the 1st string, 3rd finger is going to be on the 2nd string, on the 7th fret. So you've got this one, and this one. I'm not sure what the name of this one is, but that was Keith Richards' early suspended chord, and then he moved it over to that. So you got, and anyway, enough of that. Now, when you get down to this part right here, there's a million ways to play it. So, well, I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. Well, I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. So I'm just sliding back down to the 3rd fret and then down to 0. So, well, I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. That's 3 riffs there. This is how I do it. First finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. I'm strumming all 4 strings and I'm bending up that 2nd string just a little bit with my first finger. I'm doing a lot of choking. That's the open chord. Bend up that 2nd string, 3rd fret. Play all 4. Then I'm putting my first finger on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Well, I rolled and I tumbled, I cried the whole night long. Some people do it 4 times like I just did. Other people just do it 3. Sometimes the blues guys do it that way. They'll play it 3 times. And the next time around they'll do it twice. Then back to the beginning of it again. And if you play with those cats, I've played with some blues cats like that before where they change it up every other time. They like to mess around with you. Anyway. Again, back down to here. What I'm doing is bending up, like I said, 2nd string, 3rd fret with my first finger. I'm muting the big string by bringing my thumb over. And I'm muting with the 2nd and 3rd fingers. They're kind of slapping down here and killing it. So, all I'm doing is that's all with the first finger. But the trick is to make it funky. Bring your thumb around and then do the choking I showed you. See how my fingers are flopping around every single strum? It takes a while if you haven't done that. It's a little bit tricky to learn. So up close. And I'm strumming all 4 strings. I'm using my nail on the down string, like that. Okay, from the top. Notice how I did that last riff 3 times. Now, sometimes you might pull up this song and they might do it 9 times there. They might do it 1 time. I mean, whatever, you know? So when I go back up to that verse again, that rolled and tumbled part, I like to do an open G and slide into that 5th fret, and that's your C chord. Notice how I did that last before I slid up. And that's, well, I rolled and I tumbled. So when he's singing, then he's doing that. Well, I rolled and I tumbled. I cried the whole night long. sorts of different things you can do there, by the way. I was messing around a little bit earlier. I'm jumping to the first string there. So I'm bending up that second string with my first finger. Then I'm jumping all the way to the first string, 3rd fret. So it's second, and I'm doing all open there, and then I'm doing the 3rd string, 3rd fret, so it's, I jumped over to the first string for that last one. You can just jump all over the place with these. It sounds really cool. The next one's going to be the 2nd string, so check this out. Now I'm going to jump to the 4th string, and then back to the 1st. All sorts of just funky permutations. Hey, there's a whole new song right there. Okay, back to the song at hand. Finally to the last part, 7th fret. Then you're back to the main riff. So that part is the 5 chord of the blues, 1, 4, 5. And I like to change those things up all the time. You don't have to, you can do it however you like. But every single time I come back to that riff right there, I might change it up a little bit. So I might go. All I'm doing is going from 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, and I'm bending with the 1st finger, strumming all 4 strings. The trick, again, to make it that funky is to do the muting with these fingers. So if I'm pressing down that 1st string with my 1st finger, I'm muting with these fingers. So you see how my fingers are kind of flopping around. All right, from the top. So that last part was 7th fret, and you can do the Keith Richards thing if you want. Oops. All sorts of different ways to do that. I cried the whole night long. Well, I rode in a tumble. I cried the whole night long. Well, I woke up this morning, I couldn't tell right from wrong. please subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying these lessons. And for those of you who have already subscribed, keep those cards and letters coming. I'm getting a whole slew of people requesting songs, and I've got a big, long list. So be patient with me. I'm getting pretty busy making these cigar box guitars, so I will get to the lessons as soon as I can. I try to do one every day or two if I can. I'm working on some really cool guitar instrumentals that you'll remember from back in the old days coming up. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, bluesboyjag.com, where I sell guitars just like this one for 21 years. We'll see you next time.